That's the other cameo we had. We always have to have Aaron in there. And, Hi, I'm Alana Rowan. I'm a senior. This is my Frequent Friday, just a stage he's going through. A Frequent Friday is something that everyone in the senior drama class gets to do, advanced rep. We get to put on our own show. We can write it, we can find it online and adapt it. We can do a movie if we want. There are 2 people doing movies this year, Coraline and Moonrise Kingdom. So yeah, I found this one online, and I really loved it right away. I loved the deep, like, existentialist part, and then the comedy part that kind of like lightens that. I thought that it was very my speed and my style, and I thought that it would be a good challenge for me. So it's about a man who wakes up and realizes he's on stage, and everyone in his life just thinks he's crazy. And then Sigmund Freud comes on, and there's a puppet involved, and it's just, I don't know. I had trouble deciding if people would like it, but in the end I was like, I like it, my cast likes it. That's really all that matters here. So, here it is.
Blanche. Blanche.
I don't know who this is, but it better look a lot like Davis Bowman.
Line was originally, it better look a lot like Tom Cruise, but in advanced rep we like to do little cameos of like advanced rep students in our shows, and usually it's just Aaron Burlaw, but I put 2 people in, and I replaced Tom Cruise with Davis Vaughn, so our WPA king.
It's me, your husband.
Not even close.
Blanche. I just have this horrible feeling.
Not that, but switch get for eating generic sardines.
Oh no, I just have this awful feeling.
Not now, maybe like 5 or 6 hours from now when you're slower.
There they are. I can see them.
What are you rambling on about this time?
All night I had this feeling about them.
Them? Who are they?
All night I had this feeling. Now this might sound a little crazy.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, I had this feeling that I was on a stage somewhere. They were watching me.
Huh?
That's right, them. And I woke up and sure enough, there they are. Look at them. Everybody sitting out there, just staring, all watching at me.
Watching at me.
Who?
Them, the audience, don't you see?
I don't believe this.
See them?
What active imagination you have every chance she gets. I can almost hear her now.
He was always like that, even as a kid. Always seeing things that weren't there. Such an imagination. But you gotta love him.
Mom?
Huh?
Mom was just... Hang on. Mom?
Dwight?
Mom was just here.
What are you doing in the living room?
It's supposed to be like a living room and a bedroom, but I just had the stage and then the 2 wings. So I like made the right wing part of the living room. It was kind of a little awkward, but I think it went through well.
There is no living room. And what's with the lights? Sitting
On what?
a couch.
A couch. I wonder where a couch might be. Hey, you must be in the kitchen.
Oh, now what would a couch be doing in the kitchen?
And what would your mom be doing in the living room?
I'm telling you, Blanche, I saw her. And there they go again.
The audience?
The lights. Look, Blanche, I am not crazy.
Oh, no. I figure you're nowhere near crazy. You'd have to be promoted to be crazy. That's something you can shoot for, like an ambition.
They went really fast. I told my whole cast to slow down, but like it was supposed to be like 40 minutes long, and they went so fast that it was condensed to like 25 minutes. I was like, that was like my one complaint of the like whole thing, was that they just rushed.
Oh, look at the time. You gotta get to work.
Time? What time? Where'd you see the time?
On the clock, you idiot.
What clock?
On the... Never mind. Just get to work.
get to work, but it's the middle of the night.
Go on!
What's this?
The thing about the casting for this part, I cast Henry Krause as man, and he looks just like, he kind of looks like he's 12. He knows he looks like he's 12. He's adorable. Every time I see him, I pinch his cheeks. But I cast him as man, and man's supposed to get like really fired up and say like, can you come like lecture at my AA meeting and all that. And then I had Topher Short as the sax player, and he's like the kind of like another source of comedic relief, which is really good for Topher. And I thought this was a great role for him.
The city calls it a bus stop. Do you believe it?
What?
You'd think they'd clean it up once in a while. I mean, why do we pay our taxes?
A bus stop?
Disgrace, isn't it?
But this can't be. I was just in my bedroom. I walked 5 feet and I'm at a bus stop. One of you folks out there...
What are you, crazy, man?
What's the idea of stepping on the
Street? I thought this was a wall. What's going on here?
Well, that's certainly one way to make sure the bus stops. We have a human sacrifice. Every morning we throw someone in front of the thing and...
Hey, be cool, man.
Hold on here. This ain't no bus stop. Does nobody else see the audience? Or my mom appearing and disappearing, or the lights flickering on and off?
You can hear him laughing in the background.
Mondays are always like this for me, too. Of course. So it's February.
I love how they kind of just like took on their own like characters here. Like I didn't have to direct them in this when Ethan says them out there, like referring to the audience, and they don't know who they're talking about. Henry Krause, Kayla Andrews, and Violet Ekman Johnson all like looked out like into the audience, like trying to see them, but like obviously they just saw the street. But I thought it was really funny, and yeah, it's a good way to add things when you're just in the background.
I gotta get a grip now. Gotta get my bearings. I better take this one at a time. Say, isn't that a saxophone you're carrying?
Yeah, man, it's my axe.
But I thought you said it was a saxophone.
No, see, that's what I like to call it. That's called scat talk. Most people see a sax, I see an axe, man.
Oh, I get it. So we can both see the same thing, but we can call it two different things.
Yeah, man.
So like how I see an audience, Blanche sees a wall, and you guys all see a street.
Yeah, I'll be over here. Isn't this guy like on our city council?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I had an uncle like that. Kept telling us he was Aaron Burlaw.
Was he dangerous?
No, but brother, could he make matzo balls?
That's the other cameo we had. We always have to have Aaron in there.
Hey, man.
After him, I tell you, probably overcuddled by his mother.
He was always like that, even as a kid. Always seeing things that weren't there. Such an imagination. But you gotta love him.
Oh, not again. My mother was just there. Tell me one of you saw her.
Maybe we better not let him on the bus.
Who was that pulled him out of the street?
Not me. I never volunteer. I think it was those two.
Hey, man, be cool. I thought he was, human.
Yeah, a person. Almost.
Oh, I gotta get a grip now. Gotta get my bearings. My robe. I'm still in my pajamas and robe. You people, you see what I'm wearing?
Very nice.
Fashionable. Ooh, good idea. Humor him.
You mean you like this?
Not me personally, but I ain't the three-piece suit type, dude.
Three-piece. You guys think I'm wearing a three-piece suit?
Yes, and thank you for wearing clothes. You're not humoring me. Well, why should I? Because, he might be dangerous.
When the bus gets here, you better warn the driver.
Yeah, good. Maybe we can ask the driver to put what's his name in the baggage carrier or something?
Oh, would you stop that? You people all just... That's right. It's all them and Blanche. They all see a street or a wall or me in a three-piece suit. They see everything as it should be.
And now he's talking to himself.
Uh-oh. Better him than us.
I'm sorry, I just seem to be having problems. I mean, first it was the middle of the night, and now 5 minutes later it's a Monday morning. I just seem to be having trouble with reality, that's all.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so?
Is that all?
I mean, haven't we all been there?
Especially on Monday.
Feel like people are good, right?
This part kind of reminded me of Garfield with like the Monday thing. That's kind of like a joke in theater or like with my friends, just Garfield in general. So I like this little part about Mondays.
Your
Yeah,
Can't get your bearings?
exactly.
Monday.
No, no, no.
Listen, it happens to the best of us.
Not as often as it happens to the worst of us, I'll wager.
Don't let it get you down. That's the ticket.
You simply must do your duty, take your place. You can't fight it, you just give in.
And weave and leave a tapestry of your lyric and harmony in your way.
All right, fine. Let's try it your way. What is reality? What do you see out there?
The way I see it, it's a 9-to-5 world. Punch it! Grab what you can! Doggy dog! Push for deadline! Take no breathers! Punch out!
That was also like a little creative like character choice he made of like making man get all fired up and then like halfway through having to calm himself down. And then when he walked back to his spot, he like shook himself off to cool off. And I was like, that's a great like thing. You should keep doing that. It's Henry Krause. And he was like, yeah, I do that sometimes just like anyway, like in real life. And I was like, solid.
You make your own reality. And you don't take nothing from nobody.
No, it's not like that at all. You're given just so much reality, and you have to make of it the best that you can. Everyone depends on you, and you have to be their anchor, while they fly off on all their tangents. But that has nothing to do with your reality. It's hard, and no way around it. It's your proper place in society, and your environment, am I right? You must set an example to all. Civility in the place of brutality. Yes, you have to know your place and your face.
Reality is like a jazz.
Oh, this ought to be good.
You have to find the notes and play them melodically, but only the melody that's up here. It is expression. It is spontaneity. It's like a tweeting bird over a traffic jam, or a soaring seagull over an ocean of shipwrecks. It's your moon to tomb gig, man.
No, you're high out of your mind. No, I'm not talking about fighting traffic or figuring out what reality really is or making a hit parade out of my day-to-day existence.
Ethan had like 3 huge monologues in this, and I was so proud of him for getting them down because, like, especially as a freshman, it's so hard to memorize all of that, like, with so many people depending on you. But, like, he got those 3 monologues down, and the last one took up, like, half of a page, like, not double-spaced, and, like, he killed it, so I was so proud of him for that.
This isn't just some temporary aberration of irresponsibility, some attempt to find more coffee breaks at work, or explain why I missed some big promotion, or even why I get out of bed at all. This is a simple awakening. One man trying to understand what's been thrust into his world, and in that understanding, he finds himself lost and unable to cope, while all the world around him exists in some sort of fragmentation. A piece here, a person there, but that's all. There's no substance, no continuum, no reality.
Can you come lecture in my AA group?
No.
That's what he realized to me. And all he talked about was religion.
Sir, do you mind?
No, you people missed my point entirely.
Right. What is it you don't understand?
You, for one thing, you don't belong here.
Hey, man, be cool. I thought it was a free country. You hear?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You're a musician, right?
Jazz, man.
So, you guys only play the nights. What are you doing on a Monday morning at a bus stop?
That was another creative, like, character choice he made. He just did that in one of the rehearsals. He was like, oh, okay. And, like, he just liked that in real life. So I was like, just do that, use that, because that's funny. And everyone thought it was funny.
You're obviously very well-to-do. What are you doing at a bus stop?
Now he's getting personal.
They have no mind. Who know the cosmos?
Am I? Is this what they call some alternate reality? A reverse time warp of some kind? Look at yourselves, look at me.
Upbringing, I tell you, never had to take a hard look at face reality. That's what you gotta do.
I keep trying to face reality, but it keeps ditching me.
Mother probably coddled him.
He was always like that.
Mom, talk to me!
Dwight!
Oh, come over here.
That's a character choice she made. When she comes on and she's like, Dwight! And she like holds out her arms like that. That wasn't originally in the script. She just did that. And like, she was initially expecting him to hug her, like in rehearsal, but he didn't. And so she was like, ow! And so we just kept that. And I think it was funny.
Oh, and don't slouch, dear. Remember, somebody is always watching you, and you must always be at your best.
I try, I didn't know they were gonna sell tickets.
You must make me proud of you. I'm depending on you.
I know,
Now, what'd you learn in school today?
Wait, this is like a memory, isn't it?
You know, if you're gonna get better at geography, you have to buckle down.
Maybe I shouldn't have gotten out of bed this morning.
You're doing fine in math and English, but you're just gonna have to work harder at geography.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone to bed.
You have to apply yourself. I've always told you that.
What if this is all just one big dream? Sure, that's it. I'm dreaming and all of you are in it. Or you're all dreaming and I'm in it.
There are always excuses for failures.
But then how can a whole audience dream?
But when you succeed, you don't need excuses.
Or maybe I am just crazy.
Remember, it matters not whether you win or lose.
It's how you play the game. Yeah, you're right, Mom. I'm gonna go back. Ah, shoot, where is everybody? I probably missed the bus. Who am I kidding? I would have seen it anyway. This is nuts.
So Sigmund Freud's about to come on, and I'm not gonna lie, I did a little pre-casting here, which you're really not supposed to do. But I thought that Cameron Scheck, who's a junior, would be awesome as Sigmund Freud. And I was right. He was so funny. Every time he came on, every little mannerism he did was just so funny. He's just like a generally funny person. So like him dressed up like Sigmund Freud with gray hair in like a tweed suit with an Austrian accent just like added to that. It was so funny. And he was a trooper because I spray painted his whole head gray.
Oh, and look, Mom's gone. I'm all alone. I'm all alone in this world I didn't make. Somebody help me.
Sir! You are having difficulties, eh?
Oh, you knew this would happen, didn't you?
Or just who do you think you are talking to right now?
Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
Wait, Sigmund Freud?
Very good. Now, who do you think you are?
Sigmund Freud?
We can't both be Sigmund Freud. Move over. Try again.
Fun fact, he forgot his pants at home right before, and he remembered right before we were about to start the actual show, so he had jeans, and he was like, so I forgot my pants because they're my work pants, but like, jeans? And I was like, so his mom had to run home and get them. I was flipping out, and then that just, whew. But we got it all figured out. He got his black pants. We were good.
How can you be Sigmund Freud?
Who I am is not the problem.
Well, I know who I am, I just don't know where I am.
This ought to be good. Something new here. Very well. I hear you were having problems with geography.
No, well, yeah, sure, I did in high school.
Then why don't you just tell me all about it? A little bit.
Doc, nothing makes sense. And look, I'm telling this to a man who's been dead for decades.
Then why are you telling me all this?
Because you're here and I'm here. Where is here? Where are we?
The true existentialist. All of what you see around here is meaninglessness, purposelessness, all mishmash of sights and sounds.
Right, nothing I can sink my teeth into.
Have you tried a good steak?
You're not healthy.
There is no purpose in the natural order of things. It is an invention of man to subvert nature by imposing his rationale upon the unreasonable. Even his heart. It is his concept to force art into his reason, and reason into his art.
And that means?
Beats the academy. Upon a cigar, and no matter what you say, this is just a cigar.
So you're saying reality is?
It's all a matter of context. For instance, what is blue?
Huh?
Blue? The color blue? What is the color blue?
Oh, you're crazy too, aren't you?
I'm the one making the diagnosis here.
Well, blue, it's a tint, a color of hue.
You who?
You! Why did I say that?
What was I talking about again?
A way I cast Ethan as Dwight was because Ethan and Cameron are really good friends, and so I knew they'd have really good on-stage chemistry because they have really good off-stage chemistry just as friends. And so once I, like at the initial read-through, after I cast them, I knew I made the right decision at their scene. Their scene was always just like, it was just so great. Like, I didn't really had to add anything to it because they just made it up themselves and like worked so hard on it.
Something about blue.
Right. You may recognize this blue, and I may recognize it as blue, but have it seen it's the same color?
Of course.
How do you know so? Can you see through my eyes? In other words, what are you seeing?
A dead shrink.
Let's try something else. What do you see here?
2 giraffes at a picnic.
Wrong. It's a tie.
You know, I've never wanted to punch a psychiatrist before.
So, you are having feelings of anger, of anxiety, yeah? I feel it must be too deep in your background.
Don't you talk about my mother.
Why not?
Because whenever anybody mentions her, she shows up like Monday Night Football.
I was referring to your wife, anyways.
It's really hard to keep an accent for the whole time too, and like how he did that was like really impressive to me because I don't even know if I'd be able to do that.
Blanche?
He's been like this for some time now. I honestly should have seen it coming.
Shut up!
Now, who are you yelling at?
Fine. What about hallucinations?
Hallucinations? Fine. You want some?
No. I mean, what if this is all just one big hallucination?
You mean a fancy word for dream?
Exactly.
Easy to test.
Ow!
That was supposed to be a stage slap, and like it was supposed to make a big slapping sound. Like Ethan was supposed to have his hand down and like slap his hand while Cameron like went like that. And the rehearsal right before the show, they got it perfectly and it looked exactly like a real slap. But this one, they just kind of missed the mark and like the sound didn't go, and it's okay.
I can take it, buddy. I swear I can take it.
And then, what will you have accomplished? You must make sense!
What? Oh, makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying all along!
And how long is that exactly?
Long time. You've been coming here as long as I can remember.
You mean I've been here before? Why can't I remember?
You're not supposed to remember.
What?
I think maybe what you need is a little shock therapy.
What kind of shock therapy?
Here is a picture of my mother!
How is that supposed to help?
It wasn't really, but it did do me a world of good.
Oh, what's the man talking about?
What about the symptoms?
Huh?
The symptoms? You having the symptoms? You seeing spots in front of your eyes?
Well, I'm sure that'd be easier than seeing them in the back of my eyes.
I knew a guy with a similar condition. He kept seeing spots too, so I prescribed some glasses.
And the spots went away?
Oh, no. But he gets easy spots much better now.
This isn't analysis. This is just a spoof of analysis, a burlesque.
Don't you know what you're supposed to say next?
Doc, it hurts every time I do this.
Then don't do that.
We're doing a comedy routine.
Oh, an old one too.
These words I'm supposed to say. I know I'm supposed to say them, but why?
Why? Because we like you.
Oh, you're not even real.
He did that himself too, like squishing his cheek and like making the kissy face. That was funny.
You're just some comic operetta version of Freud. I need to talk to somebody else.
Also this part where he like, when he says, "You're just some comic operetta version of Freud," and Cameron goes, and then just stomps off. He did that in the rehearsal before the actual show, and that was the first time he ever did that, and I was like, where has that been? It's so good! And so we used that for the real show, and it was just, that was one of my favorite parts.
It didn't work. Hello? I said it didn't work that time. What's this, silent treatment? You're not talking to me anymore?
Not until you apologize.
Alright, I'm sorry I said the things I did.
There's no need for name calling, you know. I know. What I was going to tell you before that was that your mama.
I told you not to talk about my mother.
Lights wasn't working again.
Well, whenever I moved before, the lights would come on. Now they just stay dark over there.
You're fighting it.
This is going nowhere. I need to talk to somebody else.
You want to talk to somebody else?
Yes, somebody I can get through to, somebody I can relate to.
Okay, buddy, but remember, you asked for this.
Just drop down behind the couch. I loved that. This part is a little out there. He has a puppet. He's behind the couch with a puppet, but, you know, I just went with it. I thought it was funny.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this if it takes the rest of my existence. Why'd I say it like that? Most people would have just said the rest of their life. And why do these sentences keep popping into my head? Doc?
You want to talk to somebody, Dwight?
Oh no.
You can talk to me, Dwight. I'm always here for you.
A sock? How am I supposed to talk to a sock?
Yeah, I guess you could say that your shoe is on the other foot now.
And what are you supposed to be?
And what are you supposed to do?
I asked you first.
I asked you first.
Now stop that.
Now stop that.
Why do you keep repeating everything I say?
Why? Because I'm just like you.
Just like me. You mean I'm a puppet?
And now, for the lunchtime meal for all the pretty boys and girls out there, we will start off with a nice clean salad for our fish.
What do you mean I'm a puppet?
Go, Pickle. I don't think you need any more fish.
You're right. Right now I need a little more smoothage.
You don't understand. Stop fighting it.
I will, only how?
I'm just like you, don't you see?
Meaning what psychologically?
There is no psychological.
Then literally.
There is no literal. Only literature.
What?
You are a metaphor.
I'm a what?
You're outnumbered, overwhelmed, incapable of independence, yet you are still unique. And now for the main entree of this lunchtime meal, we will have some pieces of lingering meat and veggies.
This is going nowhere. I need to get out of
You
here.
can't go that way.
Oh, and why not?
If you go that way, you cease to exist.
I'll cease to exist.
That way is the void. It is nothingness. Only here can you exist. Take it from one who knows.
Nose?
You can tell someone's a good actor when they like can even make a puppet like seem really happy and then like really sad while being behind a couch and like projecting. And that shows how Cameron is like a really great actor.
Knows what?
I want to do more. I want to say more. There are many things that I can. Oh, back here. Do this every time. Paying no attention to the man behind the couch.
He knows, doesn't he? He's the only one who knows, and he was about to tell me!
Calm yourself, my boy. This will all be over soon enough. He's going to be all right.
He always had such imagination.
Maybe that's the problem. Too much imagination, too much consciousness.
He was always like that.
I think we caught it just in time.
My lost little lamb.
Oh, I got a reason, gotta think. I think therefore I am.
Here he goes again. Rationalization. That's a bad habit.
He was always like that.
But I think I'm alone, and everyone else is mad. That's right. In Alice in Wonderland, everyone else is mad and she is alone.
Curious, sir. Curious.
Is the world mad or am I? But if it is my world, am I not sane for fighting it?
You have to do the best you can.
But what good is sanity when everyone else is mad?
Though this be madness, there's method in it.
Therefore, the only sane thing to do is to be mad.
There are always excuses for failures.
He who keeps his head while others are losing theirs.
Ends up ducking who group of necks.
But can I not affect my surroundings by being sane?
They struggled with this scene the most, like line-wise, and this was the scene I was worried about most. But I think they executed it perfectly and just how I wanted. And I was so happy because about a week before that, they were just kind of like stumbling around and like they didn't really know what to do, or they didn't really know their lines, and I kept having to feed them their lines, which is fine. But like, I was just a little worried about this scene, but they did a really good job.
It matters not how you play the game.
It's whether you win or lose. Oh, I can only lose.
Bingo! Now, he's getting something.
You gotta love him.
I think all he needed was a little nudge, a little push. After all, it was only ever just a stage he was going.
That's it!
Breakthrough! I think our job is finished here.
He was always like that, you know.
I finally understand. Wait. You knew, didn't you? All along, you just sat there quietly, but you knew all along, didn't you? That's why it all makes sense, why it all flows together. No psychologically, no literally, only literature. Why these sentences keep popping into my head. Why I've been here before and didn't know. But you knew that already. Well, now it's my turn.
Hey, how was your day?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. How about yours?
About the same.
Of course, it's always the same. It'll always be the same. This time I'm calling the shots. Say, isn't it 12:30? Shouldn't you be asleep?
Oh, well, I guess it is. Good night.
I finally understand. Wait, why should I tell you? No, why not let you figure it out? Ah, but I have to tell them.
This last monologue is so good. Every time I see it, my heart just swells because I'm like, he's so good. And if he's like this as a freshman, like, I don't know what he's going to be like in his like 20s or 30s. Like, he's going to be famous. I'm calling it right now.
It's the way things are here. But you knew that already. You knew that in real life, things go along with no rhyme or reason, or so they'd appear. But in a play, things have to make sense. And that's all this is, a play in a theater. And I'm just a character. I know what happened, and I know my reality. This is a theater, and nothing is real. Oh, the world's a stage. Don't kid yourself. And don't feel sorry for me. I should feel sorry for you. I know what happened and what's expected of me now. Do you? I know why everybody's watching me. Do you? Look at the person next to you. Are they eyeing you, watching you? I didn't just wake up like this, you know. There were signs. Signs of something getting out of hand. Signs of something I couldn't control. First I started having trouble understanding the world around me. Sound familiar? Then I lost a sock. Ever happened to you? Then I started having these crazy dreams full of people I never even met. Shake you up a little? I am everything ever said about me. Can you say the same? A poor lost lamb? Sure, as long as I don't go along with the flock. A puppet? Of course, because somebody is responsible for who and what I am here. And a metaphor? Well, that could be the easiest one of all. Heck, I could symbolize man's fight against the elements. Or maybe I'm just a human's basic instincts for balance and continuity. Or maybe, just maybe, I'm just like you.
Directing my own Frequent Friday was definitely a challenge. You have to know what you want for the costumes, the lights, the set. You have to know how you want each line to be delivered, and it's really hard, but like, I just thought that it was a great experience, and I told the kids, they're like the same age as me, I told them before we started that I wasn't looking to get Best Frequent Friday or anything like that. I was like, if we do, that'd be awesome, but I'm just looking for this to be a great show and for you guys to have a great time, because the Frequent Fridays that I've been in the past, the directors were mainly just focused on giving us a good time and showing us the right ways to like respect a director and like to act, basically. So yeah, that was my show, Just a Stage He's Going Through, written by Pat Cook, directed and adapted by me. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.